What is going on YouTube? Florida Dipper back at you here with another video. As you can tell by the title, how to tell your parents you dip. Now, this is just going off of what I've heard from friends that have told their parents that they dip. Because with me, my parents just found out. I went and did something one day, I came home and my dad was jumping on my throat. Oh, you dipping, Well, I mean, there was a can in my room, so do a little bit of math. Sorry, my TV is a little loud. I have to have something going in the background to keep me company. Talking isn't enough, and my ears will start ringing, and it's a bunch of shit. But oh shit, sorry y'all. We're Parental here, what we do best on this channel. If you are... I just lost half of my fucking pinch. I'm gonna have to pack a killer filler, y'all. If you're at home, pack with me. Cheers. And my drink of the day is the Real Tree HD Green Roadie. I think that's the name of it. I don't have my laptop pulled out yet to see if that's the correct name of the mud jug. But anyway, y'all, let's get right into it here. How to tell your parents you did. Now, if you're like 12 or 13 years old, don't tell them you did. Because when you're 12, 13 years old, your parents still actually do give a shit. That you're only in fucking middle school. You don't need to be dipping in middle school. Now, high school, that's a little bit different story. High school is when you become more independent. That's when, you know, your parents kind of relax a little bit. Hell, I wasn't allowed to really eat sugar until I hit high school because I always got really fucking hyper from it and I'd go bouncing off wall to wall. But, whatever. Anyway, like I said, wait till you're about high school, and when you tell your parents that you dip, don't go walking up to them with a fucking hogger in your lip, just, you know, hey, yeah, I dip, and don't be spitting into a bottle. Because I spit into a mud jug, but I empty it out into a fucking bottle. That's just one pinch, alright? That's one pinch of Stoker's Wintergreen. Stoker's is fucking black. Don't walk out there with this because your parents do not want to see dip spit. A good thing to have when you are trying to tell your parents that you dip is a little buddy. Whether it be a roadie or original. A mud jug. Because with them, or with the mud jugs, it's easy to conceal, well, not conceal, I guess, but it's easier to hide than a fucking water bottle full of black liquid. Because nobody pours soda into a fucking water bottle. They can kind of connect that one. I mean, yes, this is a soda bottle, but it's a Sprite bottle and it's got black liquid in it. Do some math, y'all. It doesn't add up. But, anyway. And with the mud jugs, unless you stick your nose down in it, it's smell proof, so your parents will not be able to smell it. So when you're telling them, don't just go walking out there, like I said, with a hogger, and with your can in your hand, just don't be packing a lip in front of them. Just go out there and sit them down, and, you know, just be kind of like, you know, hey, don't be mad, hear me out. Like I said, don't be mad. But I started dipping. Now, if if you're 18 years old, they can't really be mad at you because you're of legal age. But if you are underage trying to tell them that you dip, you cannot just go and throw that on them. You gotta let them know that, hey, I started dipping and let's talk about it. Not just, hey mom, I'm dipping, I'm not gonna stop dipping. No, you can't do that. You gotta, if you're underage, you gotta sit down and talk to them about it and see if it's okay with them. Because if it's not okay with them, then you can't, you can continue to dip secretly, like I did, because I had been dipping for freaking a year when I got caught dipping. Now, I was only fucking 16 when I started dipping. Was driving. And I usually kept my dip in my truck. And now with my truck, it had the, it was the F-150. It had the center console, and then you picked up the tray, and it went all the way down to the floorboard where you could hide other shit. So, my lock and load mud jug's up there with the tower. But I had the lock and load mud jug at the time, and I'd always hide my can in there. And then at night, I'd usually put it in a backpack or something, my can and my mud jug, and I'd walk into my room with it and just put it down and then go back out to the kitchen, start talking to my dad about something, and then when he would go to bed, I'd pop myself in a little pinch, start watching the Outlaw video. But I got a little too comfortable, and I ended up leaving my can at home one day, but I brought my mud jug. And now me, it's not that my dad searched my room. It's that my dad went into my room to get something, and I left the can out in plain sight. And actually, I had a can of Stoker's Mint, so it was a very minty dip. Anyway, so he found out and got mad. He told me I needed to stop, but I didn't. Well, I stopped for like 2 days and then started dipping some more. And he told my mom, and my mom kind of knew because she always seen the spit bottles. She just really didn't say anything. But once I turned 18, they knew that they couldn't stop me from dipping, and I can buy my own dip, and whatever. So, like I said, my parents just found out. And now with you guys, if you're gonna go tell your parents, be like, hey, we need to sit down and talk about something. Sit them down at the kitchen table or something, no distractions, and just be straight up with it. Just, I started dipping. Now, the dreaded question, why? Now, with me, when my dad found out, I literally just said, I don't know, I tried it one day and I liked it. Now, you guys gotta have some type of reason to dip. There's actually more reasons now. It does calm me down, and with my mom going through all this breast cancer stuff, it kind of helps relax me a little bit. It relaxes my nerves. And the day I found out, like, I wanted to come into my room, punch a giant ass hole in the wall, but I didn't, because my mom would have been a little pissed off. So I just popped myself in a pinch, sat back on my pillow, and just watched TV. I was beyond pissed off. Like, I even called my girlfriend trying to talk to her, but she didn't fucking answer, which made it worse. I didn't have anybody to talk to about it. I ended up calling my buddy Green Bay, talking to him about it. And that's why he bought me this. I'm going to try to take that to a Green Bay game and get it signed by starters. Like Aaron Rodgers, fucking Clay Matthews, Clinton Dix, people like that. Anyway, so when you do tell them, you gotta try to get some feedback from them. Like, if they don't mind you dipping, then have at it. But if they tell you that they don't want you dipping, then if you want to keep dipping, you gotta hide it. Hide it until you're 18. Because once you turn 18, they can say something. They can say they don't like it, and that they don't want you to do it, but once you're 18, you're allowed to do it. Now, when you're 18, don't go fucking packing a lip in front of them, because if you're still living with your parents, they may not like that shit, so they're gonna flip out on you. But with me, my stepdad dips. So my mom, she doesn't really mind it anymore. I just don't dip in front of her out of respect. I mean, I've dipped in front of my dad a few times, but that was because I was working outside with him, and I had a buddy over there that dipped. It was at my going away party that he threw for me when I left for the Air Force. And one other time, we were taking a road trip, and I was like, "Hey, Dad, I know you don't like me dipping, but I'm gonna throw one in. I've got my mud jug. You can't see it, you can't smell it, so I'm gonna dip." He said, "All right, just don't get it all over my vehicle." But a lot of my friends' parents know that I dip. One of my friends' parents, his dad, Cal, his dad dips, and he knows that I dip. I just try not to dip in front of him, because I don't know if he's gonna get mad because I'm dipping in front of his son, and he doesn't want his son to dip. And Cal doesn't dip. He said that's something he doesn't want to start, because he's talked to his dad about it. Like, he asked his dad why he started, and he said his dad even said it's something he wish he never did. But he used to be a firefighter. He was a firefighter for 23 years, and he was stressed out, I'm sure. So that's something that helped him calm him down, I'm guessing. But regardless, y'all, if you guys want to tell your parents you're dipping, just sit them down, talk to them about it, see how they feel about it. If they don't like it, then you gotta, just be like, "Hey, I know you don't like it, but I like dipping. I know you may not like me doing it. How do you feel about me doing it?" And if they say they don't want you doing it and you still want to dip, try to do it without them knowing about it until you turn 18, and you can and you can just start buying your own dip. But until then, respect their wishes. If they don't want you to dip, hide it from them. I'm not saying go pack yourself a hogger every night they go to bed. No. I mean, dip outside of the house. That way they can't flip out on you if you're dipping inside the house. Now, if they say they don't mind you dipping, just not in my house, go outside and dip, because that's like the easiest way to do it. But anyway, y'all, that's going to do it for this video. If you guys liked it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you have not. Leave down in the comments how you told your parents you started dipping, if you do dip. But until next time, y'all, I'm the Florida Dipper, and I will see you guys next time.